Hi, folks. Welcome to Follow the Leader, a podcast focused on telling character-driven stories through the use of GM-less tabletop games where we can all take the lead. Today we're playing Follow by Ben Robbins. For those of you who are new to this game, here are the basics. Follow is a game about working together to achieve a common goal. Slay the dragon, cure a disease, overthrow a tyrant, get your candidate elected. We'll pick a quest together to decide what kind of game we want to play. Can we stay united and succeed, or will our differences tear us apart? We'll play and find out. Follow isn't about us coming up with the best plan or a clever solution. It's about seeing what these characters do, for better or worse. We may even intentionally make bad choices because they seem like decisions our characters would make. But even if we do everything perfectly, our quest may fail. As players, we can push for the outcome we want to see, but we cannot guarantee it. Our story may surprise us, and that's part of the fun. I'm Dora, and you can find me at HarpyDora on Twitter. My pronouns are they, them. You can find the podcast at FTLcast on Twitter and Tumblr. Playing with me today, we have...
I'm Alix. You can find me on Twitter at KismetNemesis, and my pronouns are they, them.
I'm Han. You can find me on Twitter at Mercutios. My pronouns are they, them.
I'm Mav, and you can find me on Twitter at LittleLadyMav, and my pronouns are she, her.
Our lines, or things that we don't want to see, are homophobia and transphobia, violence against children, sexual assault, domestic or intimate partner violence, attacks by dogs, and unwanted pregnancy. Our veils, are things we're fine with addressing but will just fade to black on, are steamy situations and graphic depictions of bodily harm. Now that we've got all that, let's get started. Yeah, so the quest that we've picked is the Superheroes, which is about assembling a team of superheroes and overcoming different obstacles. Where did it go? I used to have these written down. Where did it go? I'm looking for the...
Yeah.
I saw you writing down huge bitch for Lucent, and I was like, wait, no, that's Kerri's role. Excuse you.
Yeah.
So the next thing that we need to do is we need to decide what makes our quest difficult. So one of the things that could make our quest difficult is maybe superheroes are not they're kind of frowned upon as vigilantes. So that's the kind of thing where it's like we definitely have to keep our secret identities secret, or we could be imprisoned.
I mean, oh my god, do we have to come up with superhero nicknames?
You mean like superhero names?
Uh-huh. Yeah, one of those.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fuck.
We could always come up with those, have the characters come up with those.
Yeah, because that can be part of one of the challenges that we choose. So, what should our second difficulty be?
No, I kind of like the last superhero team caused a disaster.
Oh, I was going to say that too.
Yeah, no, I'm very into that.
And that kind of like leans into why the superheroes as vigilantes is really frowned upon. It's like, hey, we don't need another one of you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So now that we've decided what makes our quest difficult, the next step is to create our fellowship, which is the group of characters working together to complete the quest. Everybody has two characters, a main character and a minor character. Both are part of the fellowship, but our story is about our main characters. So let's go ahead and let's introduce our main characters, starting with Alix.
Okay. So my main character's name is Oisin, although it's spelled O-I-S-I-N. He uses he, him pronouns. He is an alien. He uses the quote, uncontrolled power archetype because he has the power to teleport and he has telekinesis, but he can't control either very well. He's like a humanoid type alien, but he has like silvery skin and antennae, kind of a classic alien look. He's got shoulder-length green hair in a braid, and like again classic like big alien eyes because why not? And personality-wise, he's a lot like He's like pretty bubbly, and like really excited and curious about life on Earth, and just wants to do his best.
So my main character is Lucent So Moon. He uses he, him, and I'm going with the reformed villain archetype. He has pyrokinesis, that's like his thing, and he's a huge bitch.
Speaking of huge bitches, I'm playing I'm playing Kerrigan Kestrel. You can call her Kerri. Uses she, her pronouns. Her archetype is the celebrity. She is basically like a self-made Instagram model. Will be that basic bitch that you see taking pictures of her Starbucks, and her girlfriends just hanging out at the beach. So definitely like, you know, sun-kissed tan skin, bleach blonde hair that is like natural enough looking with some highlights, lowlights in it. You know, she's got that whole vibe going on. Her abilities are minor time manipulation. She can freeze people in their spot, and she's kind of working a little bit more on being able to rewind and fast forward and remake things. But that's still in the works. So basically she can just be like, all right, freeze, you know, like basically like cheese, takes a picture, and then you're frozen.
I'm playing Parker Young. He uses he or they pronouns. He's transmasculine, and I chose the sidekick archetype. He's very cheerful, unrelentingly optimistic, and he's the kind of person who's just happy to be here, y'all. His superpower is that he's sturdy. He's a little stronger than normal, but the main thing is he's very difficult to hurt. So he can take, you know, being hurled off a building, he can take a punch, he can be hit by a car and be completely fine. So the next thing that we have to determine is what our main character wants from the quest. It could be something that you would get out of your success or how you want to fulfill the quest. So you can choose from progress, change society, don't just put out fires and protect the status quo. Role models, be shining examples for others. Punishment, make criminals regret what they've done. Legal authority, we must have the government's blessing. Independence, don't answer to the government, we're not their enforcers. And no masks, no secret identities. If we hide, how can people trust us?
So what Oisin wants is role models to be shining examples for others. I think his plan is kind of to do a bunch of like heroic stuff, and then like much like as like an anonymous member of whatever his species is called, and so everybody's like, oh, we love those guys. We should be friends with their society and not discriminate against them.
So what Lucent wants from the quest is independence, which in the book it says don't answer to the government, we're not their enforcers. Furthermore, he is currently on probation, so he has to like toe the line or he's going back to like supervillain jail, whatever that is. Yeah, and I think he's like at the end of it, so like so close to not being on probation.
Kerri wants to go with no masks, no secret identities. She posts everything on social media. So the fact that people are saying, no, you can't post this on social media or you'll get arrested is really, really bothering her. Let her make her superhero Instagram and just let her amass all of these followers who love her, and it'll be fine.
Jesus.
From Parker's perspective, I think that he wants progress. He wants to better society. He wants to be part of, you know, uplifting people, using his powers for good, that kind of thing. Very optimistic about his ability to do so as well.
And now we can do what we want from each other, right?
Yes. So your main character starts off with a difficult relationship with the character to your left. Pick something you want from them that's important to you, but which they're unwilling to give you. So we have some options here. Trust, to not mess up, to watch your back, to know your secret identity. Teach me, to control my powers, fight or be a leader, to let me teach you. Independence, stop telling me what to do or thinking you know best. Forgiveness, for overshadowing you, for abandoning you, endangering civilians, or letting a criminal get away. Revenge, for overshadowing me, abandoning me, stealing my legacy or powers, or letting someone get hurt. Love or friendship, or be my partner or sidekick, or leave me alone.
Man, I feel like there's a lot of interesting options between Oisin and Lucent, but I don't know what's the most interesting, because I feel like they either fall into, like, Oisin really wants Lucent to like him and Lucent doesn't, or the other way around, which could be, you know, even more interesting. I don't know. What do you think?
I
Do you
mean,
have thoughts about it?
I think Ocean's kind of, like, style of, like, almost, like, naivety, like, would really grate on Lucent, so I do think that, like, I want you to like me and you don't works for them.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that, like, falls under, like, trust, teach me, or love or friendship.
I think it probably is closer to, like, friendship or love.
Okay.
Who knows where this will go.
Yeah. All right, I think that one makes sense.
Okay, cool. And then what Lucent wants from Kerri, I was thinking probably, like, trust to not mess up, if that makes sense. Does that seem like...
Yeah, I think mostly because that mere concept offends her, that you think she would mess up.
Oh, no, I mean, like, her trust that Lucent won't mess up.
Oh. Yeah, I'd be very interested to see how that plays out between them. Like, for any kind of backstory purposes.
Yeah. I think mostly just because, like, you know, playing the reformed villain on probation type brings up a lot of those issues.
All right. And then Kerri, I think, since Parker is kind of the sidekick, quote-unquote character, she'd be more inclined to be like, hey, let me teach you how to be cool and charming and positive in the face of adversaries, and, you know, how to be a true superhero.
This is just popular, but, like, popular from Wicked, but with superheroes.
Yes.
Oh my god.
It's beautiful.
That's so good.
I love it. Gosh, I think from Ocean, I'd like forgiveness.
Ooh.
I think...
What did you do?
Yeah, I think Parker, in his fervor to do good, maybe, like, lost sight of some civilians and they got hurt, and maybe Ocean got hurt as well. And so it was one of those things, like, ran headfirst into a trap and then everything went wrong. So...
Yeah.
Parker.
I mean, I like that, but also, like, I feel like it has to be, like, kind of worse than that, because I feel like Ocean's a pretty forgiving person.
Okay.
Although, like, I don't know, maybe not worse, but, like, I think it has to be, like, maybe somebody that Ocean knows or, like, cares about.
Okay.
That got hurt.
Okay. That sounds reasonable. Yeah, maybe that was somebody who was one of the civilians that got hurt, and... Yeah. All right. So now that we've got what we want from the quest and what we want from each other, the next thing that we do is we have to introduce our minor characters. They're supporting cast, and some of them will almost certainly be lost if the quest takes difficult turns. A good choice is to make a character who's connected to one of the main characters, quote-unquote, across the table from you. Since we're not at a table, we're just making sure that they're connected in some way to another character who's not our own. So, Alix, if you wouldn't mind telling us about your minor character.
Okay, so my character's name is Genny, spelled with a G, because it's short for something to do with, like, generated power or something, because she's a robot. She was, like, an android created by the military to be a super soldier, but then she was like, fuck that, and now she fights crime.
Good.
I'm not sure who she should be connected to. I mean, it might make sense if Lucent knew her because of, like, you know, criminal past type thing.
Yeah, no, that would make sense.
Yeah, maybe
if, like,
Genny fought him at some point.
Yeah. like on the part of the government or as a hero?
As a hero.
Ooh.
Yeah, I kind of like it if, like, she was part of, like, the team that, like, took him down.
Ooh, I like that too. Actually, it could be like super comic book, and that they originally fought when Genny was like, quote unquote, like, you know, a villain also, like was part of the military, and then fought again once she had defected.
Yeah. That's
And
very
so, like,
good.
if they meet again, it'll be for like the third time, and now they're presumably on the same side. Tension.
Nice.
Yikes. Hell yeah. All right. So my minor character is Harley Matloff. She uses she or they. She runs a gym that, like, caters specifically to superheroes and, like, also, like, acts as, like, a personal trainer to superheroes. I don't think she has any powers. I think she's just found a niche. So yeah, she's very buff.
I love her.
I love her.
My secondary is named Etienne de Saint-Jour. They use they, them pronouns. They are a fashion designer for superheroes. The only other quote I have on here is simple, elegant, yet bold, you will die. So basically Edna mode, but not, but yeah, kind of. So they have kind of like a relationship with like everyone at the table who needs a superhero costume. They are also just, you know, by day a fashion designer, at night a superhero fashion designer. They own kind of like a little small shop downtown that has, you know, a secret door that goes down to the basement workshop where all the superhero stuff goes. But yeah, that's Etienne.
For my secondary character, I'm playing Marius Favors. They use they, them pronouns. They're the inventor archetype, so they're sort of a tinkerer. They provide a lot of tech gear, and I think they're probably connected to Genny specifically because they might provide upgrades for Genny.
Oh.
But they're kind of a jerk because they're so deep into their work that they don't really understand that they're being kind of an ass because their work is more important than being polite. So the next step is to actually play out scenes to complete the quest. Our fellowship will face 3 challenges. We won't know what challenges we'll confront at the start, but we'll know as they arise. So we need to choose our first challenge from the list in the playset. The challenges that we can face are establish a base, pick a leader, get another established superhero team to support us, get the authorities on our side, win over the public, deal with a disaster, earthquake, flood, nuclear meltdown, meteor, take down a crime ring, mob, street gangs, advanced tech cartel, take down an evil mastermind, can we see their plan, defeat a massive menace, giant monster or robot, defeat an invading horde, aliens, underdwellers, zombies, deal with a war, major nations, minor nations, or gangs, or bring a rogue hero to justice. Who is it? It cannot be a character currently in the Fellowship. So what sounds most interesting for us to start out on?
Probably establishing a base or picking a leader. Just because it's like, hey, we're going to move into our new home now. Let's pull rank.
I'm wondering whether, like, the whole, like, picking a leader plot line, I don't know. I don't know how interesting that's going to be to play out. Simply because, like, I think it's going to be 4 scenes of, like, Kerri and Lucent being bitches and, like, the other 2 being like, okay. So, like, I think it would be funny. I don't know, like, if it would be super plot interesting.
I like the idea of establishing a base. Or, like, you know, opening, like, you know, in media res and, like, dealing with the disaster. Or
I'm also thinking, like, I really like win over the public as, like, we need to establish our, like, our presence as a benevolent force before we can, like, do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't too sure if we wanted to do that first or save it for, like, a little bit later.
Yeah, that could also be a good second challenge.
I mean, are we answering the question of how we came together in this now, or, like, are we already a team?
Oh, that could be interesting.
Yeah,
Like,
maybe
starting with, like...
maybe pick a leader. We can interpret that as, like, us getting together and figuring out how we fit together.
I like the idea of us fighting like a giant robot and like just all happening to be fighting the same giant robot.
Yeah, no, that's... I think that would be interesting as well.
And through that we kind of figure out how we fit together. I want to fight a big robot.
Yes.
Small robot punching big robot. Okay. So do we want to consider that take down a massive menace, or do we want to consider that pick a leader?
I like
massive
defeat a
menace.
massive menace, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Robot fight.
Yeah, there's nothing saying that it has to happen in the order presented. Okay, cool. So who suggested? That was Alix who suggested fighting a giant robot, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that means, Alix, you get to pick who gets the first scene, like who would be best to kick this off.
I'm trying to think of what's a you know what? No, that's dictating the scene a little too much. I think I want it to start with... I'm torn between Kerri or Lucent.
I will say that, like, the way that I'm envisioning this is, like, Lucent is, like, happens to be, like, walking down the street and super, like, has been trying to keep a low profile and stay out of, like, the spotlight in any way. So I don't think he's going to be the first to jump in on this.
Okay.
Yeah, if Carrie's doing it, then she's sitting there on, Twitter and goes, "Ah, yes, a monster, I will go fight it."
I mean, I feel like if it's like my image is of course of a giant robot coming out of the ocean because of Pacific Rim, but
I do kind of love that.
on the beach,
Yeah.
just having a beach day.
Yep. All right. So yeah, I'll go ahead and Kerri would be there. I don't know if gosh, who else would be at the beach? I'm like looking through all these people. They wouldn't be at the beach. They wouldn't be. Parker, would you be at the beach enjoying a day at the beach?
Yeah, Parker would be there in a Hawaiian shirt and flip-flops and probably...
Oh no, I love him.
As long as he doesn't have like socks on with his flip flops, he's fine.
No, he's not. He's not
Okay.
that bad. But a Hawaiian shirt, flip flops, enjoying the boardwalk. Probably.
Does he have cargo shorts
Sunscreen
on?
across his nose.
He definitely has cargo shorts, but no, he doesn't have the sunscreen across his nose. He's not. But yeah. So he can be on the boardwalk and see this coming.
Ocean, if you want to be there.
No, I think I can show up in a little bit. I want to see how this plays out and then see how I can come in.
Okay, so yeah, everyone's like Parker's up on the boardwalk, Kerri is down on the shore side itself, and it is bright sunny day, and it starts off the way that all movies do, and you're out there enjoying the beach, and then the music sting comes in, and there's like just a broad pan over the ocean, and then you start seeing the bubbles rising up from the depths. And what is a giant robot doing in the middle of the ocean? We don't know. That's not the problem. And it just kind of like starts climbing its way out of the ocean, and there's people screaming and running, and obviously, people are running past, and Kerri stands up and she's like takes off her sunglasses and she goes, "Oh, fuck yeah!" and posts something to social media, takes a picture of it, and then just goes, all right, big buddy, let's get cracking. Oh god, I didn't mean it. Sorry, pun not intended. And just kind of like stalks down to the edge of the shoreline and like rolling her shoulders. She's not terribly physically fit. Like a lot of her stuff is more defensive and than it is offensive. But so she is just kind of like checking the social media stream and going, all right, let's see if we can get anyone else down here, waiting for the big guy to come a little bit closer before she just kind of holds out her phone and lines up a picture of the robot and takes a picture of it, and it just kind of freezes there in the middle of the ocean for a little bit. No one seems to notice. They're all a little too panicked. And so she's like she like zooms in on the picture and looks at it and kind of goes, all right, well, where are some weak points? And am I going to have to let it get closer to the beach?
Yeah, I think at this point, Parker kicks off his flip-flops and starts running. Shh. He's doing his best. He kicks off his flip-flops and starts running towards the beach and, like, waving people away, but, you know, it's kind of redundant because everybody's already screaming and running away. But he comes up next to Kerri and is like, so, do you have a plan?
Yes. Step 1, selfie. She turns it around and goes, cheese, takes a picture of the two of them. Second step is... I think we're going to have to let him get a little bit closer. I can't quite reach from here. And he's already, the monster's already starting to, like, lumber its way again closer. And, like, it's making some kind of noises, but it's a little too far away that combined with the roar of the ocean, you don't quite pick up whatever strange message it might be shouting. And she goes, I have yet to perfect the ability to speed up its progress, so it's going to be a very undramatic sitting and waiting process. Unless you got any ideas, kid.
Well, does your camera have a good zoom feature?
Please. Yeah, I mean, here you go. And she holds out the camera and just kind of, like, zooms in on what it looks like. I haven't yet perfected the zoom to make it get closer, you know, like video.
No. And he takes the camera from her and, like, zooms in as far as it'll go and starts, like, okay, let's see if we can find any weak points before it gets here, and starts, like, looking the robot over to see if there's anything that might be exploitable, like, you know, are the joints exposed? Is there, like, something, you know, wires exposed, that kind of thing. And he points out, like, maybe some joints that look like they could be weak, and if we attack them, then maybe we stand a chance of disarming. Literally. Haha.
I think one of the good ideas would be to try to short-circuit it. It has been under the water. I could stop it long enough if you think you can get up there and fiddle with some of the wires.
I might need... I guess we'll see if there's any handholds when it gets out of the water, but I'll do my best.
Alright, that's the spirit.
I think that's probably seen.
Mm-hmm. Probably. No, we just gotta wait for it to approach the shore, and they're just kind of, like, looking at their watches. Okay. It can speed up a little. Everyone's gone. It's just the two of them. Alright.
Oh, the next scene is me. So I think that it should be kind of a continuation, but I think that maybe Ocean and would Lucent have heard anything, or any, you know, would there be anything that indicates that Lucent might show up?
Does he check the superhero Twitter feed?
I think he was probably just, like, again, just, like, walking by, and is like, well, I guess this is my day now.
You could have just called Ocean to be like, we've got a problem.
Yeah, I think that's probably the case then. Can Ocean fly?
No, but he can teleport.
Oh, that's right. So he could teleport up, like, on top of the robot.
Mm-hmm. I have lots of plans involving that.
Awesome. So,
hell yeah.
Yeah.
I think he gets there by, like, you kind of see him approaching by, like, teleporting, like, 50 feet at a time. He can go further than that, but that's what doesn't take up so much energy. And he shows up and he's like,
Gotcha.
Hi, hey, what's going on?
Well, there's that, and Parker points to the robot, and you know, it's kind of a problem. If you don't mind us helping take care of it, we think we've identified some weak spots. Kerri can freeze it in place. If you can get up there, we can give it a shot.
Oh, cool. Great. I mean, I could also just take you up there.
Okay, like, that works too.
I mean, the more the merrier.
Yeah. 2 hands are better than 1.
And that's when Lucent shows up.
Oh, look who it is! Picture of Lucent. Oh, it's dark and broody on the beach.
Yeah, that's me. Y'all are seeing that, right?
Yeah.
We're all... Okay.
I have eyes as well as hands.
Uh-huh.
You're precious and I love you.
Do we have... Is there a plan?
Well, we've got some weak points that we've identified, so the plan is to hit those and hopefully stop it before it damages anything too badly.
Hey, Lucent.
Okay.
Uh-huh. You can do that fire thing, right?
I can do a lot of fire things. Which one are you talking about?
Do you mind if I can take you up there and then you can hit that thing with your fire? Do you think that would work?
You mean just shoot fire at it?
You just put flames in its face to distract it while everyone else does the hard work.
Okay, you want the distraction flames.
No,
okay.
Not distraction flames. Just...
I was being sarcastic.
Oh.
Well, no one's telling me anything. So...
Alright, so here's the plan. What's gonna happen is Ocean's gonna take you and Parker up there on our big friend approaching the shore. Mm-hmm. Parker and Ocean are gonna expose some wires, and then you can shoot some flames at those wires, sever some connections, as Parker put it, disarming the robot, and then, generally just shut it down before it gets to shore.
Okay, which one of you wants to go first?
I'll go.
We should also cut the scene at some point, because we still have to do 2 scenes to address this.
That's a great idea, Lucent.
Yeah. It's me, Lucent. I think we should cut the scene here.
No, you're right. Like, I was gonna cut the scene because the next scene can be the people being teleported or, yeah.
Already on the robot, yeah.
Yeah, well, it's your scene, Alix.
Yeah.
So go for it.
I mean, just that Ocean has to, really hold you in order to teleport, so, walks up, behind Parker and just, basically gives him a hug, and it's just all right, here we go.
Okay.
And then they teleport, I guess, onto the shoulder.
What's the teleporting like? Is it just, something... because I remember, in the X-Men, Nightcrawler actually passes through, a hell dimension when he teleports.
Oh my god, right.
Is it something like that, or, is it more are there any special effects involved?
I think it's not going through a hell dimension, but it does make a big popping noise. I think what it, actually is some kind of, I don't know, I'm making this up, but, quantum thing, so it's not like you're actually going somewhere else, you're just going there very fast.
Okay. Like a Tesseract in A Wrinkle in Time.
Yeah, I guess. But yeah, so Ocean just wraps his arms around Parker, and then there's a loud popping noise, and they're both on the shoulder. And Ocean's all right, are you good? You car sick?
I'm good. We're good. Okay. And Parker just starts trying to find a handhold to dig his fingers into the stuff in the joints, and starts straining to pull it, because he's stronger than normal, but he's not super duper strong, so he's straining, but he's working on it and getting it, exposing the wires and the servos and other technological things.
All right, I'll be right back.
Okay.
And he teleports back, and goes up to Lucent and is just basically opens his arms for a hug.
Kerri is filming this entire thing.
Do we have to do... Can we just... Is that mandatory?
Yep.
Just go in for the hug, Lucent. Just do it.
It's mandatory unless you want me to drop you. I can do that as well.
Yeah, no, that sounds worse. Alright, let's fucking do this. And I think he he goes in for the hug.
Okay. And zoop, they're on top of the shoulder.
Jesus, okay.
You alright?
Yeah. No, but we're gonna do this. It's fine.
Don't worry about me. You can burn whatever. I'll be fine.
That's terrifying. What?
Don't worry if you gotta turn up the heat and it hits the wires I'm holding, that's fine. I'm just telling you, don't worry, I'll be fine. I can take whatever kind of fire you can dish out. Let's just do this.
Okay. Alright. Let's do this. And I think he full fireballs in the fists, Human Torch style, goes for it. And it's not a delicate process. It is extremely explosive and terrible.
On the shore, Kerri is going, "Oh my god, I said use a fire sword, you useless piece of shit."
Ocean is just you guys are doing a great job!
Incredible. I guess we don't know whether it works until we pull the stones, so...
You still have to do your scene, don't you?
Well,
right, yeah.
Well,
Okay.
I mean,
oh yeah, I guess, yeah.
We can say that we do damage to the robot, but we don't know if we do enough damage until we pull the stones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think You know what I think happens? I think that, like, the arm starts falling. So, like, that part of it works, but it means that we need to get off the shoulder of this thing, like, now. So I think Lucent, like, turns to Oisin and is just like, okay, we did it, let's go. We gotta go.
Okay, wait. Okay, where are we? Where are we going?
Anywhere that is not the falling shoulder.
Can I introduce a complication wherein the robot is starting to try to smack at the flies that are hurting it?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, I think that Oisin grabs Lucent and then, like, teleports the other shoulder, but then realizes that, like, you know, the robot anticipated that and is trying to pat at that shoulder and then just goes on top of the head and is just like, oh god, it's round up here. Okay, hold on. And then goes back to the beach. Oh my god, I forgot Parker. Hold on. He goes back, grabs Parker, and then takes him back to the beach. Do you think you can freeze it again?
Yeah, hold on. And so Kerri reaches up and just kind of like does a nice little panoramic picture of like the whole top half of it and just goes, all right. Shoulder freezes like halfway falling down onto the ocean, and the thing is frozen with its like hand reaching up towards its head, currently like right towards where Lucent is to like smash it down. But it's just like, oh, it stops. All right, you guys got about like another 5 minutes before this one undoes, because this was a little tricky. So if you want to be a little careful.
Okay, so I guess that makes it my scene. Mm-hmm. Does anyone have any, like, suggestions or ideas for, like, the way we, like, take this down?
Ooh, I just thought, I could teleport somebody inside there.
Ooh.
If we, like, maybe we, like, when the arm fell off, we could see that there's, like, you know, enough room on the inside to fit somewhere.
Yeah. Okay, so I think Lucent turns to Oisin and is just like, get me inside there.
Are you sure?
I mean, I don't see any other options.
I don't know if I could stop interior workings from where I'm at, so that would probably be the best solution.
Okay, alright.
I mean, I'm just gonna blast them, but...
Yeah, no, I meant, like, preferably you rather than me.
Of course.
Oh, come on,
okay.
Kerri, you could do a good job, too. Alright, listen. And then, grabs him in a hug. Again. And, like, holds it for just a second too long.
Oh my god.
And then it's just like, oh yeah, we were doing something. Alright, let's go. Alright, and then, zoop, we're inside the robot. And I think that maybe there's like, it's like a, I wonder if there's like, if this robot is being piloted or not.
Ooh, I like the idea of there being a pilot. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe some sort of angry sea creature.
Oh my god.
Are you saying that there's a kaiju inside the Jaeger?
I mean, you know, Pacific Rim 2, but, you know, it's fine. Yeah, just some...
Maybe it's just an angry octopus.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Or a mermaid.
Like a fish person, like in The Shape of Water.
What's the most comic book thing? I think it's a fish person.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I think it's an octopus, and it just has an angry octopus face, and it's waving all of its tentacles around.
It's a fish person and an octopus.
Alright, like Ursula.
Yeah.
But more fish. But more fish up top.
Yeah, and all of the tentacles are being used to pilot. Yeah, I love that.
Oh my god. This is so good.
That's incredible. It's like a reverse Even Gardner.
Yes.
Okay, so we're in there with the reverse Even Gardner.
Yeah. No, I mean, like, unless someone stops me, I'm just gonna fucking blast that thing.
Oisin is like, I need to stay and rescue you. So let me know when we should go, okay?
I think it'll be pretty apparent. And, like, he's saying that, like, as he's, like, throwing, like, fucking fireballs at this weird creature.
It's getting hot.
Yeah, any way you could help? I don't know what else you do, but...
I mean, I have a little bit of telekinesis, but I can mostly lift, like, I don't know, pencils. Okay, I have an idea. And then Oisin starts, like, you know, telekinetically, like, flinging, like, pieces of, like, scrap metal from the ground.
Great, okay, yeah. Just keep doing that.
And I think that the creature is probably, like, gurgling angrily and is less piloting the robot now and more trying to defend itself.
Are these creatures normal on Earth?
Super not. Nope. Definitely not normal. I figured you might know more about them than I do.
One of its tentacles is reaching out towards you guys and trying to, like, grab on
Jesus Christ, I did not sign up for this.
Do you think it's time to draw stones?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
before we make any more angry octopus noises.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so once we've done all of the scenes in order to try to complete the challenge, we get to see if the Fellowship succeeded or failed. So we'll draw some stones to determine the outcome and then narrate the results. Since we're not playing physically, what we're going to do is we're going to draw quote-unquote stones, emojis on Discord. So what we do is, following the first two challenge, failing the first two challenges doesn't mean the quest fails, it just means we have to work harder later to succeed. And we start with no stones in the pool, and we'll add 1 white and 1 red. Each player takes 2 red stones. If your main character is unhappy about the path the Fellowship has taken, hold 1 red stone. If your main character actually wants the quest to fail, hold 2 red stones. Otherwise, hold no stones. A maximum of 2 stones, even if the answer is yes to both. We decide secretly and then reveal simultaneously and then add them to the pool. And if you put in any stones, briefly explain why.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Nice.
Huh. I'm surprised.
That's a 0 from everyone.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised. I thought somebody was going to be unhappy with how things are going. Okay, so we don't add any red stones to the pool. Next, each player takes 1 white and 1 red. As a player, do you think the Fellowship did what was necessary to succeed at the challenge? Hold white if yes, red if no.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Woo!
Nice.
Oh.
4 white. Now, without looking, we put all of the stones in a cup. Without looking, we draw 1 stone and reveal it, then draw and reveal a second. Don't put the first stone back after drawing the second. And then we look up our results in the outcome table. So what we're going to do, since we have, it's 5 white and 1 red, so we're going to roll a d6, and if we roll 1, then that's red, and everything else is white. And, alright, I rolled a 4, so it's a white stone. Now I'm going to roll 1d5, and again, 1 is red and everything else is white. So, and we rolled a 5. Yes!
Woo!
Nice.
So-
We did it.
So, white, we win the challenge. We don't lose anybody. So, now we get to, as a group, describe the outcome of our challenge to match the results of our draw. So, I guess we can start with Lucent and see how things inside went.
You know what I think happens? I think the weird, alien creature or whatever, launches an escape pod and just sort of sinks back into the ocean.
Yep, that's so
Drops
comic
out
book.
that.
I love it.
Or does it drop out of the butt like an egg?
Yes.
Sorry, we
Oh
need
yeah,
the
no,
full
that
visual.
for sure. For sure. That's a really good image.
Is it good?
Yeah.
It's an image.
Yeah, it's some kind of image. But yeah, so I think it sort of retreats, and the robot does the thing where it gets real creaky, and then sort of just collapses into the ocean, sending a huge wave radiating out, but it is taken care of, so that's good at least.
Heck yeah.
Great.
Alright, now we get to choose the second challenge. Talking about picking a leader now that we're all together, or...
I think we talked about having Win Over the Public be our second challenge.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so if everyone's still cool with that, I would love to throw that
Yeah.
out there.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I think it's pretty obvious that this is gonna be Kerri's initiative
Oh yeah.
is the
Oh, yeah.
publicity.
So yeah, Kerri leads the initiative on this.
All right.
And Ocean definitely wants to help because Ocean's I want to be a positive alien representation, and also just thinks it's all really
We're
fun.
going to have to convince Lucent is the thing.
We're working on that. It's
Oh,
fine.
Has everybody besides Kerri been wearing masks, by the way?
Well,
I definitely was wearing a mask.
Yeah.
Parker was not because he was just enjoying a nice day off, so unfortunately he may
Does
have been
Lucent
outed.
just carry it in his pocket and then goes, "Oh no, I must go be a superhero."
No, Lucent has a weird mask made out of flames, I think, because that's
Oh, okay.
who we're being right now.
Oh, that's
That's
so
badass.
fucking extra.
I love it.
Carrie's like, "I'm gonna need to get a better camera to get some good angles of you." whatever, it's fine.
Ocean does just carry around a mask.
So cute. All right, so yeah, I guess if we're gonna start this off, the first scene would be, I think, like, probably at a coffee shop or something, because Kerri does nothing in private, and sets everyone down at the table, and just says, all right, so here's what we're going to do. She has her tablet out, and she has it, like, set up on a little stand, and she has an entire, like, not really slideshow presentation, but it's like, you know, she's got some points. She's got some bullet points that she wants to make. And she's like, these are the steps that we're going to have to be taking, all right? Lucent, I don't know. We're going to get to you last. It's fine. Ocean, you're perfect. You're beautiful. Yes. Everyone loves you. You're adorable.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
But we're gonna make a little ad campaign for you. You know, like friends from the stars.
Sure that this is a good idea.
Yeah,
like,
it's great. It's gonna be great. Yes.
It sounds.
Why wouldn't it be? Exactly. Parker, what do you think? You totally agree with me, don't you?
I mean,
Of course you do. So, you know, and like
what we're gonna do. No, let's let I want to hear what Parker has to say.
I just want things to be safe, and I want people to be safe. So if I don't know,
how can people? Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
I don't know if this is the right way to go about it, but if you feel that this is what we need to do, then I'll help you.
Thanks. Genuinely, actually, thanks. But you know what I'm thinking is, if people don't know who they can rely on, like, what's the point, right? The previous group of superheroes went about it all wrong. That's why the whole, like, oh, if you got superpowers, you're going to have to keep it on the DL or you're going to get arrested type of thing. So what I want to do is just, like, we can do little, you know, personal ad campaigns for everybody, little interviews, and keep you in the spotlight for, like, a week. And by spotlight, I mean, like, on my Instagram feed type of thing. You know, I'll do some pictures of you. We can do, like, little mini interviews and see why people should not be afraid of you. Lucent, you're going to have to work on that, okay? You know, try to, like, come off as a personality instead of just, you know, Brooder McBrooderson or whatever it is. We're going to have to work on that. We're going to have to get you something. We're going to have to do something with your whole thing.
I am absolutely not going to do this.
But
okay, then you can leave.
Lucent, no. We can't. We need him, okay?
Do we?
Well, he's
super powerful, and he's my friend, so...
Oh.
But Lucent, listen. You don't have to use your real name. We can come up with cool superhero names. I already came up with mine.
What? We have to... No. I mean, you could, but it would be like, you know, Ocean, a.k.a... What's the superhero name?
It's Slipstream.
Cool. So it would be like Ocean, a.k.a. Slipstream, and then it would be like a whole little, like, bullet point list over, like, what kind of things you like to do, just, like, getting to know you. We have to get the public to know us as people so they can appreciate us as superheroes.
Would we not be better served, like, going out and fighting crime rather than dedicating our time to this at all?
But we can do
It's
both.
not going to be good PR if we're just standing flat on our feet, right? We got to show off what we can do. I got a few pictures and a few videos from the robot fight. It looks great, you guys. And so, you know, it'll get a little bit started. And anytime, like, any little thing that pops up, we can go and show it who's boss. And that is going to be us.
Fine. I'm not using my real name.
Me
That's
neither.
Fine. Okay.
And I don't think you should either. I'm just worried about...
Come on, I've made it this far using my real name. What's the point in changing my whole branding now?
I guess that's fine, but just like Parker said, I just want things to be safe, and I think we're going to be safer using aliases for now. Plus, imagine, like, in a few years when there's no more crime because we defeated all the crime so good, then we can reveal our names, and that will be, like, a great reveal.
Parker's just like, I'm not sure crime works that way, but I agree with you.
Listen,
oh, that's
aim for the stars.
That's called hyperbole. It's kind of fun.
It's great. I love it. Keep thinking that way, because that's the kind of thought process that we need, you know? Like, true dedication to the cause, eliminating crime in a few years, you guys. What kind of other better purpose to serve us, right? We're here for them, and we're here to kick crime's ass out of the city. And out of the ocean, too, because apparently that's where that guy came from. I don't know.
I think that's where the scene, like, smash cuts into, like, the next montage of publicity stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Kerri's just, like, doing little interviews with everybody. She is respecting your wishes to not use your real names. Everyone has their masks on.
That's like the newspaper spinning up in the middle of the scene transition.
Yeah.
But it's an Instagram feed.
Right.
It's an Instagram feed. Just kind of scrolling through. There's a new hashtag going.
I think the next scene, I want to get some of the minor characters in, so
Yeah.
I think the next scene, Parker maybe goes to Harley, and maybe, would Genny be at the gym?
Sure.
I mean, maybe Genny just, like, helps out at the gym as a trainer, who knows?
Oh,
She
yeah?
punched thing real good.
Yeah, and so Genny and Harley, and Parker's just like, I don't know, I mean, I was doing so well, I didn't want my face, like, my real face in the media, and then the robot happened, and now people, maybe they don't know I'm steadfast, but, well, they know that Parker can do things, and I don't know, this is a lot. What do you think?
I mean, people have been doing this for a long time, and everyone has to kind of address that question when it comes up themselves, you know?
It's a terrible thing to be on the run, trust me. But the cat's kind of already out of the bag, right?
I guess you're right. I mean, there's nothing that I can do to take back, and I wouldn't take back helping defeat that robot from the sea. It's just, I guess I'm usually not the kind of person who gets conflicted. Usually there's a right answer and a wrong answer, but now everything just seems wrong right now.
Well, the right answer is to do what you can, right? If you're a bystander, you're part of the problem.
I guess you're right. You're right, Genny. You're right. I can't be a bystander. I have to take action. You're right. Okay. I'm gonna. Well, I need to finish my training session. I'm not gonna skip leg day today. I'm not, Harley.
No, you're not.
Okay. I'm not gonna skip leg day. But once I'm done with leg day and once I've hydrated, I'm gonna march up to Kerri and I'm gonna be like, okay, put my face in the media. Everybody has to know because we've got to change this. We've got to change things.
I wish you the best of luck with that, kid.
Do some squats.
That's it. That scene just ending on the robot being like, do some squats.
Okay, I have an idea. I want Ocean to take Lucent and maybe everybody else, but not. I guess not Kerri, but to take Lucent and Parker to Etienne to get like superhero outfits.
Okay.
I think like Kerri probably knows Etienne, and so she's like, okay, you guys all need to work on your wardrobe. You should go visit them, and just like gives you their business card and just goes, go see them. Please.
I think that this was Ocean's idea, and Ocean was like, I know a way to get Lucent into this. I know Lucent likes, to look good. So
You're not wrong.
And then kind of reluctantly invited Parker because like Parker also needs to go, but like kind of didn't want Parker there.
Oh my god.
Dang.
I mean, Parker kind of got somebody that I know killed, and also like I just want to spend time with Lucent. Okay.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. You want to set the scene?
I think it's like it's like a big like warehouse full of like different designs that like go around on different hangers, and we're supposed to like pick like a base for what we want, and then like and then go from there. So it's like kind of like just like regular shopping.
Okay.
Listen, I think this would look great on you, and like holds up something like super like a something really sparkly, like it looks like it could be like a skater's outfit, like a figure skater.
I'm gonna take a hard pass on that one. It's not a good cut for me. I can tell already.
All right, that's
make
fair.
it the cut. It doesn't have to be that cut. I can change the cut.
Well, no, obviously, but if we're choosing the base shape of this, it's not.
Sparkles, I think, would be a little too distracting. You have the whole fire thing, yes? You're the fire.
Yeah, that was also
You
my
shine.
concern.
You'll be like a disco ball. Not good.
I love disco balls.
Yeah, but I don't want to be one.
You cannot dazzle your enemies in such a way. You'll be too distracting. Too much of a target if you're a disco ball.
Can I be a disco ball?
That's a thought.
Perhaps. You slip around, right? Slipstream, yes. A disco ball dancing from place to place across the battlefield. I like it.
Okay, listen. Here's what I need. I just need my old suit was kind of, it was projecting a very specific image that I
know,
want
but
to.
that's not your image anymore.
No,
I
want to stay away from it. But also, there are very few colors that like suit my complexion, which is unfortunate. So I
know. And they walk up to you and they're just like, they're framing your face with their hands and just like, like voguing your face with their hands to like measure it up. They step back, stare, kind of stroke their chin a little bit. I have a beautiful idea. It will be the black that you want, but a nice undertone of like the flames that you carry beneath, and it will not shine, but it will bring out the flames a little more. It'll be beautiful. It'll be great.
I think it should have some flame decals on it, like those shorts that I saw at the mall.
No,
absolutely not.
No decals. No, I do not do decals.
Aw.
You can get him the flame sunglasses. You can get him a pair of those.
No, I'm gonna veto that one too. I'm sorry, it's not.
But what if it was a birthday present?
Well, you cannot deny a birthday present. You would not make this child sad, would you?
I'm an adult.
You're so precious.
Thank you.
What is Parker doing right now?
Parker is actually possibly like Parker found something that he liked, but is like wandering through some of the racks and may have actually wandered off and gotten lost and doesn't know where y'all are.
Has anyone seen Parker
recently? I'm sure he's fine.
Is that where the scene cuts?
Yes. It's gotta be. And it
just cuts to a shot of him like wandering this like warehouse.
Yes.
Just super lost.
Yes.
Incredible. Okay. Yeah, we got last scene, yes? Okay. I think I want to make this whole scene a complication. And I think that Lucent, like, runs into someone from his past who, like, he ends up picking a fight with. And I don't know who else would be there. Maybe it's, like...
You could run into Genny.
I feel like they wouldn't necessarily... They don't really have a good reason to fight each other right now.
That's fair.
Like, I kind of want it to be someone who is, like, still a supervillain.
Yeah.
Just for that. So, if someone doesn't mind, like, playing, like, a new, like, random NPC,
yeah, I'll do it.
But, okay, cool. So... I kind of like, maybe it's, like, directly after going to, like, Etienne's, like, store? Warehouse shop? I don't know what it is.
That's what it is. It's a store. It's a store warehouse shop.
The store warehouse shop. Yeah. The superhero place. But I think, like, Lucent and, like, Ocean are, like, walking back from there to wherever they're going.
Parker in the warehouse.
I don't know where Parker is, but...
It's fine.
Etienne has a little golf cart that they drive around their warehouse, and they're like, I'll go find him. It's like in the Disneyland parking lot where they like carry you around. Beep, 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 beep.
Right, yeah. Maybe Parker had something else to do. But yeah, so they're like walking back, and this supervillain, like, maybe it's like they just like run into each other on the street, and like this person is like, it's you. And yeah, so let's see. Let me find a superhero name generator. Or supervillain name generator. Supervillain names. Here we go. These are all so stupid.
That's good.
Good. I don't know why you would want it any other way.
The name generator has given me the Groovy Raven.
I love that.
Yeah. I also really like Bone Stealer. Like, I'm gonna steal your bones. It's
What
me, the
if-
Bone Stealer.
No, but actually, like, the Bone Stealer, what if the Bone Stealer does is, they're able to manipulate, like, your internal workings, so, like...
Oh, that's terrifying.
Oh, that's gross. I was gonna say like a necromancer, and they just go raid graveyards and bring back dead things. But that's
Okay,
worse.
do we want to do...
Steal your bones. It's me, the Bone Stealer.
It's me, the Bone Stealer.
I'm going to use your bones to make stock.
Bone broth. I honestly, like, I really like Bone Stealer, but do we want to do... Yeah, let's do necromancy, except it's like, you know, they carry some bones on them and use that as, like, armor and stuff, so that you see Bone Stealer is like, it's you, and suddenly, like, a bunch of bones just come out of, like,
that's disgusting. Hidden pockets in his
yeah,
trench
a bunch
coat.
of bones just, like, swarm, yeah, all the, you know, finger bones and stuff coming out of hidden pockets, because I'm just that extra, and, you know, they're just like, it's you, and, they...
Fuck.
Ocean goes, it's the Bone Stealer. Watch out.
Oh boy.
Oh, my sweet summer child. Yeah. God. Okay. And I think Lucent takes a step back and is just like, God, Jonas, don't ruin this for me.
Why not?
You know him?
You've
course
ruined
I know
everything for me.
I don't... Dude, I went to jail. I don't know what...
That's your problem, not mine. If you're stupid enough to get caught by the authorities, then I don't know what to tell you. But you ruined everything for me, and I'm going to take it out of your hide.
Okay. I love the Bone Stealer. Yeah, okay. Does the Bone Stealer attack?
Yes, absolutely. Like,
Okay.
the bones concentrate and, you know, around, you know, their fist, and just, like, they go in for, like, a spiky punch.
Okay.
I think, yeah. Ocean tries to, like, control the bones with his telekinesis. And manages to, like, slow them down a little bit.
They're fighting for control of the bones. A boner battle.
Yep. We sure did that, huh? What if the Bone Stealer's powers were just, like, to be able to cause, like, erectile dysfunction? I stole your bone.
I'm leaving right now. Carrie's gonna quit this fellowship. Alright, bye.
We can put that in the Clapcast, it's fine.
Oh no, that's going live.
You know what? I stand by what I said. Okay, so I think, like, what Lucent's gonna do is, like, basically duck the fist and get around, like, behind the Bone Stealer. I can't take this seriously. Get around the Bone Stealer and, like, basically, get, like, an arm around their neck and try and, like, choke them out. 'Cause he can't do any killing anymore, because then he'll go back to jail.
Yeah, I think there has to be a bit of a big fight, though, like a huge scuffle to
Yeah.
attract a lot of
Yeah.
negative attention.
Yeah, like, I don't think it works. Like, I think probably the Bone Stealer, like, throws him off, and, like, I think we can probably abstract this a little bit in terms of, like, there's a lot of, like, punches being thrown and, like, dodging, and it hits a building, and, like, part of the building crumbles, or, like,
Yeah.
like, Ocean, like, throws a car, because that's what people do in superhero movies, and, like, there are fireballs getting thrown and, like, hitting things that are not fireproof, so it's, like, not great.
And, yeah, and Ocean is just, like, teleporting around, like, trying to punch the Bone Stealer and, like, trying to support Lucent. It's just a big superhero fight, you know?
Yeah.
And, like, I think what happens is, like, they do, in the end, like, they do take the Bone Stealer down, and, like, yep, and take that boner down, but I think what ends up happening is, like, they, like, everyone has captured this on, like, their cell phone cameras, and is, like, posting it everywhere. And I think the reaction is kind of mixed in terms of, like, some people are like, those dang superheroes, and then other people are like, well, they did take down the Bone Stealer, who was a...
The Bone Stealer stole my bones.
Yeah. That Bone Stealer stole my bones, and those two took him down.
Yeah.
So I think that is it's kind of a mixed reaction, but it definitely, like, garners them a lot of attention.
Yeah.
And I guess we can see how much it wins over the public versus not, depending on the stone poll. So,
yep.
Shall we head into that?
Yep. So, I
want to play the Bone Stealer in a different game. Also, we do have to bring him back.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. God damn it. Alix has just changed their nickname in the Discord to Stan Bone Stealer.
That's what I believe.
For a moment, I thought that was Han, except no, it was Alix.
I know, I thought it was Han too, and then I looked, I was like, no, Han's name is still Han in the chat.
Yeah.
What is happening?
Alright.
Because I'm a damn professional.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Okay, so like before, we start with 1 white and 1 red in the pool. And like before, everybody takes 2 red stones, and as their main character, if they're unhappy with the way that the fellowship has gone, you hold 1 red stone, and if you are actively wanting the quest to fail, you hold 2 red stones. If neither of those apply, you hold no stones.
3, 2, 1... Boop.
So, Han has 1 red stone, I have 1 red car, and then Mab has 1 red stone. So, Han, you go first as to why you have a red stone.
Oh, yeah, no, I mean, I don't think Lucent had any confidence in this plan, and I think all of his worst suspicions were confirmed, in terms of, like, as far as he can tell, nothing good has come out of this whole publicity plan, except for someone, like, finding him and picking a fight, so...
Okay. As far as my redstone, I think even though Parker is like, okay, I'm gonna do this, I still think that he isn't really convinced that this is the right way to go.
As far as Kerri is concerned, you all are messing it up. Listen, she wants this to succeed so badly, but, like, she feels like if she's not there with her finger on the pulse, you all are just, like, fucking it up left and right. And she's sitting there, like, watching this go down on social media, and she's like, fuck, like, Christ, like, you guys can't keep it together for 1 minute. God damn it, Lucent. She's just very upset with the way that you guys are all heading.
I'm having a great time.
Yep.
Everything's great.
Yep.
You're so pure.
Yep. So, the next one, everybody has 1 white and 1 red, and as a player, if you think that everybody did enough to succeed at the challenge, you hold 1 white. If you don't think that we did enough, then you hold a red.
And a 1, 2, 3, boop.
Okay. We have 2 white and 2 red. So, Mab, why did you put in a red?
I don't think, like, I feel like along the way, it just, like, after the first scene, it got distracted from the idea of trying to cater to the public. Because, like, our whole point was to win over the public. And you're not going to do that by doing squats, or, I mean, you can do that by looking fabulous, but, like, and then definitely, I mean, you can win over the public by, like, fighting bad guys, but it didn't sound like it went too well. So I think, like, we kind of lost sight of what we were setting out to do.
I think sometimes we make bad choices because our characters would make them.
Yeah,
but yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, but I think it was not, yeah, it just didn't go the way I think it needed to go, to actually accomplish anything.
I felt like the conflict was mostly internal, and we ended up presenting a pretty good public face. But
Yeah.
I think, like, how much of that actually ended up leaking out is what's going to happen with the dice poll, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so that means that we have a total of 6 red and 3 white. So we'll be rolling a d9. And 1, 2, 3 is white, and everything else is red. All right, so our first one is white.
Okay.
So now we roll a d8, and 1 and 2 are white. Everything else is red. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh,
yeah, that's a red.
Yeah, that's a red.
Okay. What does that mean?
So we lose one character, and we lose the challenge. So who do we lose?
I don't know if, like, Kerri just outright quits or what.
Okay.
Because she definitely doesn't feel like you guys are with the same vision that she has. So I feel like that might be a conceivable loss. Is just like, oh my god, I can't do this. Like, you guys are all, like, you don't want to work cohesively because you know, one reason or another, but, yeah.
Yeah.
That actually does make sense.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My other thought was, like, Etienne, who was just like, you're not using my designs appropriately. But that doesn't feel as interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm okay with that happening.
So the next challenge, since we did not win over the public, do we want to maybe get the authorities on our side?
I like that. I also kind of like bring a rogue hero to justice.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Or take down an evil mastermind. Like, one of the two seems like we didn't win over the public, so we have to, like, do something big to fix that.
Yeah. I feel like it has to be, like, the 3 remaining people, like, reluctantly coming together to fight something.
Yeah. We could also do an invading horde with the sea creatures, since we already established that they're...
Yes.
Oh my god.
Okay. Etienne has to
for it.
redesign your entire outfits to be sea-themed.
Yes.
Good. Oh no, that's good, because I have fire powers. Great.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
So...
Well, fire beats... No, it's water that beats fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice try.
Okay, so I think that, I think Mab's right. Etienne is probably the best place to start with this particular
Start
challenge.
again.
Yeah, sorry, Mab.
No, it's okay. Yeah, it's definitely, they have everyone, like, I think at this point, it's like, the invasion has already begun, and now there's, like, you know, people have got, like, they've got, like, tentacle marks all over their arm where the little suckers grabbed them, and, you know, like, what was that? Was it from Avatar: The Last Airbender, and they all had, like, little pox? Or was it something else? Yeah. So it's like, you know, people have, like, we got the pox, but it's, like, the octopus pox or whatever. And, like, so they're, like, you know, they're starting to invade. I guess, like, I don't know, like, the ocean levels are rising. Who knows? Global warming. It's just, like, you know, bringing everything in closer. And so, like, Etienne has them all, like, everyone down of the, I'm sorry. Just, like, in the, like, their basement. Yeah, I guess, like, if, like, everyone is there, and it's just, alright, we're going to redesign everything. We have to make you invincible to the octopi. We have to make you invincible to the water. And we're going to make it a themed party, yes? Mm-hmm. And they're already, like...
No, I don't look good in blue.
I don't care. They're, like, throwing out, they're, like, tossing fabrics over their shoulder, and they go up to you, and they're like, listen, look at this. It will accentuate. It's like a nice onyx black, so it's kind of got like a little bit of a blue sheen, like, you know, like a feather type of thing.
Yeah.
Look, it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Okay.
Yeah?
Okay.
I know exactly what I'm talking about. Smack
Etienne,
him with a bit of the fabric.
Is there any way we can keep his chest window?
The blue window always stays. It's fine.
Okay, that's a relief.
Alright. So yeah, they're just, like, continuously, like, moving around between person and person, like, holding up and resizing everyone and just, like, muttering to themselves some language. You guys don't really know what language they speak. It's probably French, who knows? And they're just like, Parker, spin around.
Okay. And Parker does as he's told and looks really kind of confused and reluctant, but, you know, this is what's gotta be done.
Yes. Perfect. Alright, everyone go sit down. I will do this so quickly. You'll not even notice I'm gone.
I just want to say I'm just talking to Parker and Lucent right now. Like, thank you guys so much for still coming and helping me fight these things, even though Kerri's gone.
I mean, Kerri was never in charge, but...
Well, no, but she kind of brought us together, and it just means a lot that you guys stuck around.
Of course we did.
I can't make things better if there's nothing around, so I'm not going to let anything like that happen again.
That's good. I believe that you're trying.
Thanks.
From the background, Etienne calls up, "Alright, Lucent, fire boy, come here!"
Oh my god. Is that like the smash cut? Like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And now we all have sick ocean outfits.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's for the underwater level.
Yes, I hate the water temple levels.
I want one of those old-timey diving suits, but it's like shaped to fit the antenna.
Oh my god.
Oh, good. Okay.
I want to get Genny in here. So maybe it's Parker and Genny. Like they're walking back from the gym and they get attacked by a couple of these things. Like they get caught unawares and now they have to
Sure.
now they have to fight their way out. I think maybe Parker is worse off than Genny because he's got fewer sensors, and so maybe Genny is the one who's got the upper hand on the one attacking her, but Parker's like on the ground scrapping.
I think Genny just like dispatches a couple of these, but then like at one point like one of them like I don't know somehow like releases like an electric like shock or something and like freezes her for a few seconds because she's a robot and like short circuits her.
Oh man.
Oh,
and she just yells
like an EMP kind of deal.
I think it's like they're part electric eel or something, some bullshit.
Oh yes.
And just goes like park, and then just like cuts off mid sentence and like winds down like when you turn off like a robot that talks and it does that terrifying thing.
Parker.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Parker's like, Genny, no! And like,
oh my god.
Come on, we're on our bullshit. This is such comic book bullshit, so we have to do this. And like he like throws off the sea creature that had him penned and like goes and punches the other one that shocked Genny in the face and is just like, Genny, and shakes her and is just like, Genny, I can't do this by myself, except he's like totally beating off, the alien, or not the aliens, the sea creatures that are trying to attack them. And I think he drags Genny to safety, maybe back into the gym, and they barricade the gym, and that's probably.
Yeah, she comes back online and she says, "Oh, you saved me, thank you."
Of course, I'm not going to let anything happen to you,
Parker. I'm so proud of you.
Oh no, Parker's just like, thank you, and really emotional and choked up and. Yeah.
My boy!
Has to take a moment to collect himself.
Suddenly Parker has a crush on a robot. It's okay. These things happen.
Don't we all have a crush on a robot?
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's just at Dora on main next time.
Yeah. It's fine. Everybody knows.
I think from this scene we basically learned that they have this like electric defense as well. Because now Parker can report back on it.
Yeah.
And that makes it Alix's scene, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, I was thinking we should have some kind of underwater thing. Maybe like, although I don't know how that would work with the fire powers. Maybe what we're trying to do is like we found like the leader of the ocean people, and we're like, actually I feel like this climactic scene should be on the beach again, just to bring it full circle. Mm-hmm. And maybe they're like sending in like a fresh like wave of reinforcements, and we're all like, and maybe we have like some kind of. We have to get like Dora's secondary character in here, at least once. I think.
Well, in which case do we want to make like my scene the climactic battle and like get?
Okay, yeah.
maybe Marius is there, like, you go to Marius to get further equipment for fighting underwater.
Yeah, maybe we were, like, testing the equipment at the beach, and then that's when, like, the whole, like, wave happened. So we can kind of do, like, 2 scenes on the beach, or, like, 1 scene on the beach, and then, like, if we need to, we can have that other scene for, like, you know, some other thing. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, for, like, character aftermath or whatever.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I think everybody is there, but then, like, and Marius is, like, just finished, like, giving us, like, I don't know, stuff that, like, helps us, like, you know, adding finishing touches to the suits that, like, help us, like, breathe underwater, and has also added, like, maybe something to, like, counteract the, like, electricity.
Yeah.
Etienne has to constantly redesign these suits. They're like, all right, fine. These creatures, just get rid of them. These suits are becoming hideous, and I don't like them anymore. You'll be safe, but they're ugly. God.
What does Marius think of that?
Marius is just like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what they look like. What matters is if they work.
It matters. Oh, they'll work. They'll work. Do not doubt me. And they just kind of pat them on the cheek. Just like, oh, they'll work. They'll work.
Marius just kind of, like, slaps their hand away. It's just like,
don't you tell me if it doesn't matter. Just go.
All right, it does. I won't tell you it doesn't matter. But the fact of the matter is, all that matters is if they work. All that matters is if they're compatible with my equipment, and that remains to be seen.
Man, listen, I thought you and Kerri were bad.
God.
Listen, get into that water. Go get into that water, and then you'll tell us which one of us is right. I'm right.
Is that the moment that, like, the new wave of, like, monsters comes out of the water? Like, yep. we don't have time to test it. We just gotta go.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think we could probably do this as, like, more of an abstracted montage than, like, going into specifics. So, Alix, it's still your scene. Do you want to, like, do, like, the first shot of this montage, and we can, like, go through and...
I think the first shot has to be, like, Oisin getting, like hit with one of these shock, like, waves, and, like, for a minute you think that, like, it, like, you know, it hurt him, but then he, like, it knocks him over, but then he, like, sits up, and he's like, it worked great!
Etienne's like, I told you! And then to Marius, I told you!
And then immediately, like, teleports behind one of these, like, ocean creatures and, like, knocks him out.
Beautiful, darling, beautiful.
And I think there's, like, another, there's a couple more, like, action shots, and then there's, because we're being on our bullshit, there's, like, a shot of, like, Oisin is, like, fending off, like, 2 of these creatures, and, like, another one is coming up behind him, and, like, he doesn't react fast enough, but, like, Lucent, like, comes in and, like, blasts it out of the water, quote unquote. And it's, like, just like, you good?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. You got, there's another one. You should, and, like, goes back to blasting as many of them as he can. Yeah.
What about, Parker?
Oh, Parker's doing his best. He's definitely in the thick of it, trying to punch them. Like, he doesn't have any superpowers other than punch and being able to take a punch. But he's using his punch as best he can, trying to cover Lucent's back, and trying not to let anything happen since Etienne and Marius are still there, you know, trying to make sure nothing comes up on them, since they don't have superpowers, we think.
Etienne's not even flinching.
Yeah, and Marius is, like, tinkering with a weapon-looking thing, but, like, not actually paying any attention to the horde, so...
They're both, like, metal as fuck, y'all.
Yeah,
jeez. Yeah. I think maybe, like, at one point, like, when Parker, like, saves Lucent from something, like, Oisin, like, looks over at him and is just, like, gives him, like, a nod, like, I can see that you're, like, taking care of the people that I care about now.
Aww. Aww.
Yeah. Alright. Do we think we should, like, make, like, you know, sort of decide on an outcome for this fight in this scene, or do another scene?
I kind of want, like, this for my scene, I kind of want the last thing we do to be, like, a big boss fight. Like, if we're going
Oh yeah.
full comic book arc, like,
Yes.
the big, huge octopus in charge, like, comes out of the water, and, like, like, they think, like, all of the small sort of underlings have been defeated, but then the big boss octopus just, like, emerges from the ocean.
Bosktopus? I
The
can't think of a good way to
Bostopus.
combine them. Bosktopus?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bostopus comes out.
Bostopus?
Oh my gosh.
And I think we then have to deal with that. But I think it's, like, that moment in the superhero movie where, like, they finally start working as a team and, like, do some
Yes.
cool
Oh
ass
gosh,
maneuvers
yes.
where, like, I don't know, like, there's always one where it's, like, one, like, like, it's probably Parker, like, the strong one, like, throws the Twinkie
Like
one.
a fastball special.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So, like, Parker probably, like, fucking, like, launches Lucent towards this, like, big octopus thing, or whatever. Like, just a bunch of those kinds of, like, we're a team now and we can do teamwork stuff kind of shots.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. And, like, I don't think we have to go into specifics on this scene, necessarily, but if y'all want to, like, add some details.
I mean, I think there's definitely a lot of, like, teleporting to, like, catch people and then set them back down safely.
Aww. No, that's really good.
Yeah. Like,
I
you know,
love
like,
it.
Parker throws Lucent and then, like, Ocean, like, catches him and then sets him back down.
Yeah. I think Marius, like, tosses Etienne, like, some sort of, like, harpoon gun that they've
Oh my
modified.
god.
So,
Shit.
so, like, they both have, like, these weapons that they're trying to fire at the Bostopus. Yeah.
Good.
That's what Marius has. Marius has tinkered with weapons.
Okay. Any other things we should add to this?
I think it's time for us to figure out how this goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
Fine.
for the third challenge, the outcome of the third challenge decides the entire quest. If we fail now, the quest is lost. So we start with no stones in the pool and add 1 white and 1 red. We add 1 white for each successful challenge and 1 red for each failed challenge. So that's 2 stones total that we add, so we have 4 stones in the pool to start. So I think it's 2 white and 2 red are in the pool already.
Yep.
All right. Each player takes 2 red. If your main character is unhappy about the path the Fellowship has taken, hold 1 red stone. If your main character actually wants the quest to fail, hold 2 stones. Otherwise, hold no stones.
3, 2, 1. Nice.
Yeah! No
We did it.
red stones.
Teamwork.
All right. So each player takes 1 white and 1 red. As a player, do you think the Fellowship succeeded at the challenge? Hold white if yes, red if no. This will decide the entire quest, not just the challenge.
3, 2, 1.
Yay!
That's 4 white.
All right. So we have, in our pool, we have 6 white and 2 red. So that's a D8. And I think 1 and 2 should be red, and everything else white.
Okay.
All right. I can't look.
Oh, that's a
Oh
red.
no!
Oh,
No!
Motherfucker. No, that can still be okay.
It might be okay.
It might be okay, but we're gonna roll a D7, and 1 is red, and everything else is white.
I'm so stressed out right now.
Okay, we're
Yay!
There we go.
good. Okay,
7.
so we lose 1 character but win the challenge.
Yeah. So
Somebody
Who-
has to nobly sacrifice themselves.
yeah, who nobly sacrifices themselves for this? Part of me wants to say it's either Parker or Lucent.
I feel like it would be way too sad if it would just be like gratuitously sad if it was Ocean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Positive.
Parker is absolutely the kind of person who would do that, though.
Well, and it doesn't have to be that, like, they die. It could be,
Yeah.
like...
Right.
What if it, hold up. What if it was, like, Parker, like, discovering a new, like, superpower, or, like, an extension of his superpower, but, like, overtaxing himself?
Yeah, discovering, like, more super strength by digging deep to save, like, Lucent and Ocean.
Yeah.
But
The power
like,
of friendship was too powerful.
But
yeah,
then he's like in a coma or something.
yes.
Yeah.
Like a comic book character.
Yes.
Because comic
Yeah.
book characters don't ever actually die for real.
Yeah.
No. So what happens in that case, because it is comic book bullshit, so like Parker manages to do whatever with his super strength that he did, and then he disappears, like with the boss, when the Bostopus dies, like no one can find Parker, and then like a week later he washes up on shore with amnesia.
Oh my god.
Oh
my god.
Dora.
I love this.
Come on,
I'm
I mean,
so
it'll be
happy.
fine. It'll be fine if we come back to this, which I'm sure we will. Like, it'll be fun. It'll be fun. So we have successfully completed the superheroes quest.
Yes. We did it.
Oh my god.
The Bostopus is no more.
Yes.
And we are a team.
Yes.
Two of us.
Okay. So let's do epilogues for our main characters to say what happens next. I think Parker's is already covered, so Alix.
Well, I think Ocean probably tries to spend a lot of time with Lucent, and is like really happy that like this like worked out so well, and like also spends time like trying to is again like trying to set a good example for other people. Yeah, I mean, I want Lucent and Ocean to kiss really bad. Can that be part of the epilogue?
I just gave you explicit permission.
Yes.
Good. Okay.
Well, I think that they should go on a nice date then.
Nice. On a nice date that like definitely ends in them like fighting another weird monster, because that's how that works.
Yes.
For sure.
Okay. And then like I think there's definitely like a scene of like Lucent meeting with his parole officer for the last time, and he is no longer under a lot of scrutiny from the government. Well, he is, but for a different reason now. Yeah, it's just like there's like a sense of finality to it.
Well, Etienne is just now they can put their superhero things on display as well. Thank goodness. And, business is booming as usual. They were a pretty prominent designer to start with, and then now it's just like, well, now I can definitely do more other things aside from just runways and superheroes.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Good epilogues, everyone.
Yeah. And so now, since we don't have a steady way to sign off, I'm Dora. You can find me on Twitter at HarpyDora, and you can find the podcast on Twitter and Tumblr at FTLcast. And playing with me today, we've had...
I am the Bone Stealer, and you can find me on Twitter at Kismet Nemesis.
I'm Han, and you can find me on Twitter at Mercutios.
I'm Mab, and you can find me on Twitter at Little Lady Mab.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for listening.
I'm gonna steal your bones.
Ooh.
Hi, it's Dora, and I just wanted to thank you for listening. If you've enjoyed us, please consider leaving a rating on iTunes, telling your friends about us, or tweeting about our show using the FTLcast hashtag. No, seriously, we crave the validation and it helps us out. Your support really means a lot. Thanks again.